Good afternoon, second grade. Welcome back to writing time. Today we are going to go ahead and start with our thinking it through, and we're going to move into figuring out what we need in order to effectively write a lab report and perform our experiment to be valid in our results. So let me go ahead and share. We are on writing day number 6 now. So we are on think it through. So Herschel has taken us through steps 1 and 2. We are on the final part of step 3 of thinking it through and how we can get our materials and get our writing and our evidence and put it all together. So we're in our brainstorming stage here. So please make sure you have your iReady writing book or paper and a pencil to work along with writing today. Our objectives today are I can cite evidence from a text, I can define keywords in a text, and I can use details to plan and experiment. So please make sure you have your pencil iReady book. We are going to be on page number 142 today, page 142. So if you need to get there, push pause so we can get there. All right, so today you're gonna list the materials you need to make a bottle car and write about how to make the car go faster or slower, okay? So we need to start thinking about what materials do we need? And you know what? We can use one of our texts to help us with this, right? They put that whole materials list in that mentor text that we read. So please go look on page 140, and you can see right here, they gave us materials. So we're gonna go ahead and think about what materials we wanna use and what we could do differently. So we're going to draw and label each of your materials, then write a sentence telling how it will be used in your experiment. So obviously, one of the first things that we're going to need is we're going to need to have a bottle car, right? We're going to have to make that bottle car, have a bottle car in order for us to perform an experiment. So we have to have a bottle car that's created, and this is going to be our vehicle. So this is the vehicle I am testing. So this is what we're testing to see what's going to happen faster or slower, and different things that we're going to use. All right. So we're also going to be looking at the speed of a car, right? So one thing they listed at the end of our last text is they had put the car down a ramp, right? So the other thing we're going to need is some sort of a ramp. This could be using some cardboard. This could be using a book to prop it up on something, but we're going to need a ramp, okay? So this ramp is going to be what we're going to use for the car will go down it. That's what we're going to write. The car will go down it. Sorry, we'll go down the ramp. We should be more specific, not just it. So the car will go down the ramp. All right, so we have a bottle car, we have a ramp. We need two different things that are going to change the speed of the car. So we're going to need, I'm thinking we could make the car heavier, right? So what we could do is we could have some stones, right? We could definitely put some stones inside of our bottle car, and that will make our car heavier, right? And this will might change something about the speed. So the stones will be used these will add weight to our car, okay? So we have a bottle car, that's what we're gonna use. We have a ramp, and then we're gonna have stones to add some weight, right? So that's one variable, one thing that we're gonna change, but we need a second thing, right? So we can change the weight of the car, and the other thing we can use is we could use some blocks. So we can use some blocks because this can be used to make the ramp higher, or what we call steeper, right? So it'll change the angle and how steep our ramp is. So this will make the ramp steeper. Will make the ramp steeper. Awesome. So we have stones and blocks, and those are two different variables on how to change the speed of our car. So if you need a minute to go ahead and write these things down, go ahead and pause here. We have our materials. So we're going to move on to page 143 to check some more things out and how we're going to write our changes that we're going to do. So let me clear this out and go to page 143. So on page 103, now we're going to think about things that might make a bottle car or toy go faster or slower. So we can see we're going to be here and we're going to write 2 changes that would make your bottle car go faster or slower. Then write what you think will happen, what you predict, and see, you can see the example below for help. So the first thing they give us for an example is if you just take the wheels off the car. Possible results, this will make more friction, right, when things rub together and make the car go slower. I agree, I would have the same exact prediction if that was a change that I made. So for me, the change that we are going to be doing, if you want to do the same thing, you may, or you can have something different. You can try taking off the wheels as well. So for me, I want to go ahead and see if I were to, first thing we had stones, right? So put stones in the bottle. That would be the first thing. And if we put stones in the bottle, I'm thinking it's going to make the car heavier, right? And when things are heavier, they actually move faster. So I think because of the weight on it, it's going to, and the pressure, it's going to make it move faster. So this will make the car heavier and make the wheels turn faster. So that is my prediction on what would happen if I added weight to our car with the stones. So you can choose the same thing and you can copy this down. You might have a different prediction. You might think it might go slower because it's heavier. Go ahead and write your prediction. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next one. So pause it here if you need to continue writing. The second change that we talked about for our materials was that we were going to make the ramp steeper, right? So making it steeper with the blocks to make it higher and steeper, okay? So possible results, let's think about that. If the ramp is steeper, if it's got a better higher angle, it's going to make it have more gravity, right? So the gravity is going to pull it even more. And I think that it's actually going to make the wheels turn faster. So I think this will make the wheels turn faster. So both of these predictions that I have with my 2 changes, I think the wheels will turn faster, but I'm wondering which one will be the fastest still, okay? So these are my 2 changes that I will take. Maybe you want to make the ramp go lower. Maybe you want to take the wheels off. Maybe you want to put water inside of the water bottle because of the lid on it. You can change whatever you would like. Maybe you want to poke holes in the water bottle and see what that does. I don't really know. Maybe you want to get a little creative with it. Okay. So we have here, I'm going to clear this out because I'm complete. If you need to pause it, go ahead so you can copy or write your own things. So that is what we have done for our Think It Through. We've got our materials now, and we have the different changes we'll make. So now we can start planning it. So that is what we're going to work on tomorrow to start planning. So have a great rest of your Wednesday. I will see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys have some good ideas on how to change your bottle car and make it a fun experiment. Bye.